I am right there with you, Charmander. The amount of excitement and buzz that's going on with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is astounding. Personally, I'm extremely excited for these games. There's just so much going on with these games. However, ever since the reveal, there's been quite a bit of information coming out, and a lot of it has kind of been confusing, and I think there's some misinformation sort of spreading. So in this video, we're going to be focusing on going over the facts and sort of clearing things up so we understand what exactly is going on with Pokemon Let's Go. But also, we're going to be going into my 2018 E3 predictions for Pokemon Let's Go. I'm going to be talking about what I think they're going to show off at E3 this year for this game. And basically, I guess I'm going to tell you guys what I think we should be expecting for Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. So, without further delay, let's get started. Welcome everyone, this is Andres Restart, and as I said earlier, I'm going to be trying to clear up all of the confusion and misinformation that's going on with this game, but also simultaneously be giving you guys my E3 2018 predictions for this game. So basically what I mean is as I talk about each of the particular subjects for this game, I'm going to be telling you guys what I think will actually be happening that we'll be seeing confirmed at E3 2018, but also I'm going to be trying to clear everything up, so I'll be providing sources to all of the actual real information in the description below. So let's get started. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is this sort of premise of what this game actually is, right? Now, it's been said that actually a new Pokemon game is already in the works in 2019. It's going to be coming out the latter half of 2019. That's a game that's been in development since before the Nintendo Switch, and apparently that's the core RPG series that Game Freak is actually developing that they sort of talked about at E3 2017. And Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee is something else. And based off everything we've seen with the Pokemon Go integration and the way it's being marketed, it does seem to really be more something that's kind of like a bridge title for newcomers, players who play Pokemon Go, and also core fans. I actually think they're going to try and find that happy balance to bring in most core players, but also a lot of newcomers and casuals, and create a game that's fun. But it isn't going to be this game that's going to be super competitive. Like, it's not, based off everything I'm hearing, this isn't going to be a game that's going to be used for like competitive tournaments, like for VGC and stuff like that. I think the VGC community, right, it's probably going to be sticking with Ultra Sun and Moon for another year, and then once 2019 comes around, that's when the community will transition over to the Nintendo Switch, which makes a lot of sense to me because the Nintendo Switch is pretty expensive, at least compared to Nintendo handhelds, so that barrier of entry is a lot larger. So they're probably going to, by waiting for another year, Pokemon is giving consumers more time to adjust, for the Switch price to lower, for more fans to pick up a Switch, so that way the transition to Pokemon Switch, to having competitive battles on the Nintendo Switch, will be a lot easier for the competitive community. Now, yeah, that's what I think about that, and I think that there's going to be some fans that are simply going to choose to wait, but I also think there's going to be a lot of fans that are going to see Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and you know what, once everything's all said and done, once we know everything about this game, it's going to prove to be a very fun game for most kinds of fans, casual or hardcore. Now let's talk about the online. Now, various things have been said, and there was a Q&A that suggested one thing and a report that suggested another, but Famitsu has since confirmed that online will be in this game. Then Pokemon Let's Go will be working with Nintendo's new paid online service that's launching in September. It will be working with that. There will be online battles. There will be online trades. However, they have also said that they are simplifying things. They are toning it down, I guess you could say, and there will be no battle spot, there will be no GTS, and there will be no Wonder Trade. All of that has been confirmed to not be there. However, with the original rumor that sort of leaked this all of Pokemon Let's Go before it was revealed, it did say that there would be an online hub for players. So then it doesn't seem all hope is lost. Some of these features may be repurposed in this online hub. So I don't think it's going to be as bare bones as this report is suggesting, but it is still going to be simplified, so keep that in mind. Now, in my opinion, yeah, that's what I think. I think there's going to be an online hub world, and I think this could be sort of like a testing ground for the real Pokemon Switch, I guess you could say, that's coming in 2019 that will have a more involved online environment. So, there's going to be some cool stuff that we're going to see with this online hub world, and I think we're going to see at least some mention of that at E3 2018. Now let's talk about the Pokemon in this game, right? Because it's been confirmed that the original 151 are in this game, along with their Alolan forms, which are their alternate forms of the Kanto Pokemon that were in Alola. We'll be seeing those. We already know that Pokemon like the Giant Executor can transfer over from Pokemon Go, which were just introduced. All the Alolan forms were just introduced to Pokemon Go, and you can transfer those into Pokemon Let's Go. That's all been confirmed. But there has been some confusion because there was this Pokemon that apparently well, they showed, say, at the end of the trailer something. You're going to be getting a special new Pokemon, and it's been confirmed that it is a brand new Pokemon in this game. What that will be, that remains to be seen. There's been some speculation out there. I was speculating before this information came out that maybe Gorochu or a new Eevee evolution would be in this game. However, the thing is weird about that, assuming that's true, I don't think it is at this point, because both Pikachu and Eevee have been confirmed to not evolve in this game. Now, there are other Pikachus and Eevees that can evolve, but the ones that you get as your starters cannot evolve. So the idea that you would get a Gorochu or an Eevee evolution, you know, these supposed new evolutions for these starters, but they can't evolve, that wouldn't make any sense to me. I feel like if you're getting a starter, that if there's a new evolution for that Pokemon, that would be made available for that starter. So since they're not going to be able to evolve, I don't think this new Pokemon is that rumored Gorochu that was sort of an old design for an old Pikachu evolution way back when, or a potential new evolution. I think it's something else altogether. What that may be, well, I think it's probably a legendary Pokemon, actually. I think it's going to be a legendary Pokemon, and I think it's going to be really cool, because I think the legendary battles in this game are going to be really, really special. Which I guess sort of brings me to that point, legendary battles. Now, the thing about legendary battles, right, is that we know that they're not going to be treated like all the other wild Pokemon encounters in this game. All the other wild Pokemon encounters, you're just going to straight up catch Pokemon like you do in Pokemon Go. But with with legendary encounters, you're actually going to fight them like a trainer. You're going to fight them like a trainer, and what we see at the end of the Pokemon Let's Go trailer, you see that cutscene with Mewtwo. It's a really epic cutscene. It is a cutscene, right? There seems to be more of a narrative going on there, and it's more epic. I think in Pokemon Let's Go, it's going to introduce like legitimate like boss battles, right? Like Mewtwo and Moltres, these are going to be boss battles this time around, and if this new Pokemon that's going to be in the game, well, how cool would it be if that was a whole other new legendary in this game that could be linking this game to the future, 2019 game, but also be a legendary that offers a whole other awesome boss battle in this game, because let's face it, the Kanto doesn't have that many legendary Pokemon, so if they're going to have these epic boss battles, it would be cool if they could introduce another legendary Pokemon that could serve as an epic boss battle. So I think that's a possibility. Now, one wrench in this theory of mine is that it looks like that brand new Pokemon is going to be gifted to you, but maybe it's just an item that's being gifted to you that could give you, a way to access this Pokemon, kind of like the Silver Wing or the Gold or the Rainbow Wing in Silver and Gold, so they allow you to get to Lugia or Ho-Oh. Maybe that's what that sort of gift is at the end. It's more of an item that you receive that grants you passage to this legendary Pokemon, so you could have this epic battle them down, get them to the point where you can transition into that Pokemon Go catching method, and then finally catch it, and then have it, and it'll be really cool. So I think that this game is going to have epic boss battles with legendaries, and there's going to be a big focus on that in this game. That's my theory, at least. Now, boss battles aside, I did mention there'd be more of a narrative in this game, right? So that's what I think. I actually think that there's going to be more of a narrative in this game. When we first heard the rumor and I saw the titles Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the way it was shown, to me it read, hey, this has more of a narrative to it, because it's like, Pokemon, let's go Pikachu, let's go Eevee, right? In that way, it seems more expressive. It seems like there's more going on, in my opinion. Now, I know it's a play on words for Pokemon Go and such, but I think it's multifaceted in its meaning, and I think we're gonna see more of a narrative this time around, or at least a more expressive narrative from what we saw with the original Yellow version. I think more is gonna be told. And actually, I don't think it's going to be the same story as the original Pokemon Yellow or Red or Blue, because with the original rumor, right, we saw another interesting detail that said Red and Blue will play a role in the story, and you and your rival are new trainers. And the trainers that we're seeing in Pokemon Let's Go do not look like Red or Blue, right, or even Green for that matter, or any sort of character that we saw from Fire Red. None of the older characters, these guys look completely different. So I'm thinking that this game's actually a few years in the future, which is why, we may see some new things like Alolan forms and things like that, maybe even Z-moves or Mega items, although I'm not sure about that. But we're going to see some new stuff in this game, and I think we're definitely it's going to be more of a new story. And Red and Blue are going to play a role in this story. I think they're going to probably be someone we fight in the post-game, right? Or maybe not the post-game, but after the Pokemon League, right? And it's going to be really epic. And actually, in the Pokemon League, you know what? I think we're going to see Lily. I think Lily from Pokemon Sun and Moon is going to be in this game as well, because we saw that Lily was headed to Kanto, and we're going to see Lily in this game. I think there's going to be some interaction with her. If not in the Pokemon League, somewhere in the Pokemon world, I think that's the case. Now, Yeah, and just one more thing, like if you pay attention to the beginning, we saw more of a cutscene with Eevee and the girl. I definitely think there's going to be a lot of really cool, beautiful cutscenes in this game. This is going to be the most narrative-driven Pokemon game, at least in terms of cutscenes, we've ever seen. So let's talk a little bit more about the ride Pokemon that we see in this game, because I think it's really, really cool. We've already seen that you can hide them and ride them and stuff like that, but I think, you know, at E3, we're going to see a few more actual use of these ride Pokemon, right? Like, we've seen those trees that looks like you can cut them. We're going to see ride Pokemon that can cut them. But my big theory on this one, right, is that we're going to see the game, and we're going to see that you can use different ride Pokemon to do similar things. So, or the same things, actually, because in the previous Pokemon games, you had ride Pokemon to do particular things. I think in this game there will be multiple Pokemon that will have a similar use, because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but in the footage we haven't seen any of like the equipment that ride Pokemon from the old Pokemon games had. So what I'm thinking is that basically certain Pokemon will obtain the ability in some way to do certain things. For example, Lapras will be able to surf, but maybe you could also get a Blastoise to surf, right? Or maybe a Dugong to surf, and maybe you can get a Pidgeot or a Charizard to fly, right? Or maybe you'll get a Nidoking or a Golem or a Machamp to do strength, right? But they won't do the normal strength attack. It'll be, I don't mean the HM move, because HM's already confirmed to not be in this game. I just mean like being able to move boulders, right? And for example, those trees that can be cut, I'm assuming that Pinsir and Scyther, Pokemon like that, will obtain the ability to cut through those trees, but it will not be taking up a move slot. They will be treated as ride Pokemon, because that's the ability that will be given to them. Alright, so let's talk about one more final thing. The battle system. I think we're going to get a much closer look at the battle system at E3 2018 during the Treehouse footage. And when we see it, we're going to learn a little bit more about this battle system. I think we're going to see that the effort values and the IVs that we've come accustomed to in other Pokemon games, those aren't not going to be really a factor anymore. It's already been confirmed that there's no breeding in this game. It's already been confirmed that effort values and IVs are going to be simplified in this game. So I think all those background stats and breeding to create the ultimate Pokemon, all of that's going to be eliminated from this game. But I still think we're going to have items. I still think we're going to have abilities. I think that's going to be a part of this game in the battle system. I think the battle system is going to feel very similar to, say, something along the lines of like Pokemon Coliseum from the GameCube in that regard. And you're still going to have access to abilities and items and the moves and such, but all of those background stats will no longer play a factor. Now, my big sort of now, my hype, right, wants to tell me that there will be Mega Evolutions and there will be Z moves in this game, but I haven't seen any proof of it in this game, and I'm worried that the Game Freak, right, or Pokemon Company will think of those sort of mechanics as too complicated. So I think that this is hard for me. I want them to be in the game, but I'm not sure if they will be in the game. So I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yes, that there will be Z moves and Mega Evolutions in this game. But, you know, you won't get them until really late into the game, and I'm not sure we'll even see them at E3 2018, so I'm not even sure it's an E3 prediction, but I think we will see that the battle system does not take advantage of things like, you know, Eevee effort values or individual values, but you will still be able to use items and abilities, and we'll see proof of that at E3 2018. So then, everyone, those are all my predictions surrounding, you know, Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, and hopefully I cleared up some of the confusion going into this game in regards to the online and the Pokemon that could be in this game. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. If you have any ideas for this game, let me know in the comments below as well. And I want to know if you guys will be getting Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. In fact, tell me which version you plan on getting, if you do plan on getting this game, or if you're just going to wait for the 2019 game. I'm really curious, guys, but anyways, thank you for watching and stuff. Yeah, I appreciate it. So if you're still here, make sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys all really soon. Bye.